Welcome students in the tutorial of switch case statement using C programming language. In this tutorial, we will understand what switch case statement is, where to use switch case statement, what is the syntax. We will see one program with the implementation of switch case statement. So let's start with switch case statement. So we'll see one example of switch case statement. So before proceeding with switch case, I assume that we already know what if statement is, what else if statement is, and what else if ladder is. So we know that these control statements are used when we have to take any decision. Whenever decision making is there in your program, you have to use either of the control statement. So for example, if I want to check if the number is even or odd, so we may use if else statement. So we will give a condition here. Let's say my number, if it is divisible by 2, then the number is even, and otherwise the number is odd. So when I want to take any decision, when I want to when I want to take any decision, I may go with any of these control statement. But what if when you want to give a menu to the user? Now, for example, let's say user want to check whether the number is even or odd, as well as the number is prime or not. Also, in the same program, the user wants to see if the number is positive or negative. So all these programs can be achieved with the help of if else or else if statement. But the question is, in one single program, how can I check whether number is even, odd, positive, negative, or whatever the options we want? So whenever you have multiple list of the programs in the one program, then the switch case statement is used. So in a simple sentence, I can say switch case statement is used whenever you want menu driven program. Whenever we want menu driven program. I'll simply give you one example. Let's say whenever we are going to the restaurant, right? So in the restaurant, there are so many dishes available, and those dishes are available in the form of menu in front of us. So in the menu, you have list of all the dishes, whatever the restaurant is providing to you. But what we are doing, we are selecting what we want to eat. So we are selecting our choice. And based on this choice, we are getting the dish on our table. In the similar manner only switch case works. What happens? Let's say a user want to calculate sum of two numbers, as well as, let's say, subtraction of two numbers. Also, let's say, division of two numbers in the same program. So what we can do is we can have a switch case statement. What is the syntax of switch case statement? First, you give a list to the user. Let's say with the help of printf statement, I'll give a list to the user. Let's say the list is first for addition, let's say 2 for subtraction. We will see the program. Just try to understand the syntax and the working of switch case statement. Let's say division of two numbers. So I have given the list to the user. Now I am asking the user, enter your choice. Remember that you can select only one choice at the same time. ठीक है, so your user will give me choice, let's say either one or two or three, right? So with the help of switch case statement, how I will implement this, the syntax is use switch keyword, right? And here we will give the variable name. Let's say I have taken variable choice. So this variable will contain the input value or the choice what the user has given, that value. So I will simply, in a simple words, I will switch on the user's option, whatever the option user will give. Then in the curly bracket block, we will describe each and every option. As we are going to the restaurant, so the restaurant or that hotel, make sure whatever options are given in the menu are available. So whenever any user is ordering, whenever any customer, sorry, is ordering any dish out of that menu, that is available with them, right? So similarly we will also make sure ki we are defining all the operations whatever we have given in the list, but output उसी का ही आएगा जो यूजर ने सेलेक्ट किया है, right? So what we are going to do here is with the help of case keyword. So I will define first case, that is addition. So what is expected as an input? 1. So I will define case number 1 followed by colon sign. And I'll make sure I am using break keyword. What break keyword is, I will tell you. First, we will see the syntax. Similarly, I will also define the option number 2. I will also define the option number 3. And sometimes it might possible the user is entering some invalid number, that is maybe 4, 5, 8, 10, 12, which is not mentioned in our list. So for that we are giving default, and again we will write break. Now what the syntax says, switch keyword, right? And here we will give the variable. If we have the variable as a, so we will write a here. This variable is nothing but the value that user will give, that is the choice 1 2 3, it might possible a b c, right? So that variable will come here. And how many options you have given here, let's say I have also given one more option, let's say multiplication. So I will also define one more case, that is case number 4. So I hope now we can understand what cases are. Cases are nothing but your options or the operations which you have provided in the list. So we make sure that we are defining all the options which we have given in the list, correct? So I will write a logic here for the addition. Similarly, I will also write the logic for subtraction here, and in the same way I will also write the logic for division, and I will also put logic for multiplication here, and I will also write what will happen when user is giving invalid value. Let's say I'll write please enter the value between 1 to 4. Now the next point is what break keyword is. Why we are writing break keyword? Why we are not writing only case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4 and all? Because break statement will make sure कि let's say if user has selected the value 3. So what is 3? 3 is division. It means that only division logic should get executed. Because if you are going to the hotel and if you are, let's say, ordering pasta, but there are so many options in the menu card, but on the table only pasta will come. Now similarly, I am defining all the options which I have provided in the list, but I'll make sure the output will appear of the selected option. So break keyword, what it will do, whenever you select, let's say 2, so case number 2 will only get executed, and break will make sure after executing second case, it will break the switch case and it will come out of the switch case. Similarly, if I select it, if I have given the choice number 4, so it will execute the case number 4. Whatever logic we have written here, that will get executed, and after the break keyword, the statement will go out of the switch case. What will happen if I am not writing this break keyword? There will be no error in the program. It is not syntactical error. Still the program will get executed. What will happen in this case? Let's say I have given enter your choice as a 1, so the case number 1 will get executed, whatever logic we have written. Because there is no break statement, it will also execute case number 2. It means that I am asking for some addition. It will give me addition of two numbers as well as subtraction, which I have not asked. So this is the use of break keyword. And because after case number 2, breaks keyword is given, and then it will get out of the switch case So let us see the example, then it will be more clear to us. So with the help of one example, we will see. So let's say here, I am using, let's say, num1 and num2, one result. So I have three variables in my program, num1, num2 and result. And I'll make sure I'm giving list to the user. So let's say one for addition, let's say 2 for subtraction, and let's say 3 for division. So right now I'm giving only 3 options. Okay, and then definitely I will ask what is your choice. So one more variable is required for that, to store the choice of the user. So here I will ask user enter your choice. The user will decide whether he wants to perform addition or subtraction or division. So we will store the answer of the user choice in the variable choice, right? So here I will define my switch case, switch on user's choice. All right, so here I will define, because I have given only 3 options, so I'll define case space 1 followed by colon. I will define this logic here. Similarly, case 2 also I'm going to define. Also case number 3, I will also write what should happen when user is giving any invalid. If we don't write break here, again it is okay. Why? Because after default, ultimately we are going out of the switch case. So it is okay whether to write or not. So here first we need two numbers from the user. So because in all three situations two numbers are required, so it is again your choice. हम यहीं पर ऊपर ही पूछ सकते हैं, या फिर you can ask again and again in the case. So what I will do here is I will ask here only. I'll say enter two numbers. But if in case the options which are given in the menu are different, let's say one for to check number is even or odd, and second is to find the factorial, third is for addition of two numbers, in that case, in each and every case we will ask the numbers. So filhal I can ask here only So I'll say %d ampersand, let's say num1 comma ampersand num2, right? So list is given, choice is also asked, two numbers are also asked. So what will happen if the user is saying addition? So I'll say I have taken, I think, result variable num1 plus num2 and I'll print the value. Okay, so I'll say %d plus %d is equal to %d. That is value of num1, value of num2 and value of result. In the similar way, if the user is selecting option number 2, I'll say num1 minus num2 and again I'll say %d minus %d is equal to %d. Again num1, num2 and the value of result. In the similar way, we will copy this. Case number 3. So result is num1 divide by num2. And here we will print the division of two numbers, and in the default, if user is entering any invalid value, so it is up to you whatever message we want to print. So I'll say please enter a value between 1 to 3. So this is your option, right? And here let's say at the end we are printing thank you. All right, so let us see if there are no errors. Okay, so if I run the program, we can see there is a list: 1 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 3 for division, and it is asking me enter your choice. So let's say I am giving the choice as 2. So let us see what happened. So it is asking me two number. Let's say I'm giving first number as a 45, second number as a 30. So we can see I have defined all three cases, but the only output on the screen I can see is case number 2, which is nothing but the subtraction of two numbers. Similarly, if I again run the program, I'll say enter your choice. Let's say the choice is 1. Enter your number, let's say 50 and 40. So we can see 50 plus 40 is equal to 90. So we can see only a particular case is getting executed based on the choice which we have given. Now assume I missed writing break keyword here. As I said, there are no errors. So again, I'll run this program. We can see the program is executing. Again, I'll say option number 1. I'm giving two number, let's say 300 and 500. So it is giving me output for the addition of two numbers as well as for the subtraction of two numbers. This is because the break keyword is missed here. So break is nothing but simply to get out of that particular block. So what happened when I gave choice as a 1, it executed the logic of case 1. Because there is no break keyword, it continues the program with the case number 2 as well. Then because there is a break keyword and it is out of the switch case statement, printf thank you, and out of the program. So this is how switch case works. Again, also give you one example. If I'm giving invalid a choice which is not there, but because we have asked for the values, so now please enter a value between 1 to 3. So whenever any invalid value, that is which is not available in your menu, if it is given, it will execute the default case. So this is how the working of switch case statement. So whenever you have menu driven type of the programs, whenever you have multiple options to provide, you may go for switch case and write the logic accordingly in a particular case. You can also, one last tip I'll give you here, you can also give, let's say, sorry, a for addition, ABC as a option value. So B here. Also instead of 3 will give C here. So obviously choice will not be the int, it will be a character. So here I'll say, let's say CH or a choice, right? So instead of %C, it will be %C here. Correct. Now please make sure you know whenever any character is used, we are using single quote. Do not just use A. So because A is not a variable but a value here, so value is always given in the single quote if it is a single character. So instead of 2 in the single quote, I will say B. Similarly, I'll say C here. So I will run the program. Yes, so because we have given ch as a variable name, so I'll write choice only, correct? So enter your choice, I'll say C. Enter two numbers, division hai, let's say 45 and 5. So 45 divided by 5 is equal to 9. So I hope you learned the working of switch case. I hope you understood where to use switch case, how to use switch case. So here we will end with this switch case statement tutorial. Thank you very much.